Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So in today's video, the character we're looking into is Mystic Molly. So we'll go into this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff as well. But before doing any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Gamerjoob as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. But alrighty, with that all out of the way, let's get into the character concept of Mystic Molly. So previously in our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series, we've been looking into the strange events that have taken place at the FNAF Circus. After the horrible incidents that were originally caused by the Mimic Clown, the circus decided to reopen and put all that tragedy behind them. Now with the newly opened FNAF, they have so many more characters and new attractions to show off. But despite all these new features and the reopened circus, they still can't seem to avoid horrible events happening. First off, we saw what happened to Astro the Acrobat with his tragic accident. Due to a malfunction during one of his acrobatic tricks, he was left in a terribly withered state. To stop him from damaging himself any further, the new night guard was tasked with dismantling his monkey bars. This led to Astro having it out for them and trying to attack them. But in the end, our new night guard survived their first night and now returns once again. And with another night brings a new character. Speaking of, let's meet them now. So the character that we're introducing is known as Mystic Molly, the Fortune Ferret. Hence the name, Mystic Molly is a fortune-telling ferret at the FNAF Circus. Her material suit is a vibrant purple that brings out her bright green eyes. Molly is adorned with glamorous jewellery from sparkling necklaces, golden bangles, and her red bandana, all of which add an air of mystery and elegance to her appearance. Mystic Molly always has a warm and welcoming presence that draws people in to seek her predictions and advice at the circus. Mystic Molly entertains the visitors with her ability to foresee into the future and predict unknown truths about them as well. Whether it's predicting fortunes or unraveling mysteries, Molly's tricks and abilities make her a standout at the circus. So the area where Mystic Molly is located is known as the Fortune Ferret Den. This was a special tent area where guests could visit Molly and have their fortunes read. Mystic Molly would stare into her crystal ball and the magic would begin. When the visitors look into the crystal ball as well, certain messages would appear. These messages would be a number of questions that would lead the visitor into saying the correct answer. Although it seemed like magic, it was actually a certain algorithm that would guess someone's answer 98% of the time. But that's not all the crystal ball can do. It can also work as a kind of radio that can pick up on certain frequencies and also project some television signals as well. This would make it seem like Molly was conjuring spirits and voices from beyond. So with all these tricks combined, Mystic Molly was definitely a popular character at the circus. But as we all know, when it comes to these poor animatronics, the happy and joyful times never last. There's always bound to be something that goes wrong for them and everyone close by. And with Mystic Molly, this was no exception. So there was one tragic event that changed everything for poor Molly. No one really knows exactly what went wrong. One moment things were perfectly fine and the next they weren't. The reports from this incident state that there was a major malfunction with the crystal ball. For some unforeseen reason, the crystal ball overloaded with power and exploded. This explosion sent arcs of electricity and shards of glass everywhere. And unfortunately for Mystic Molly, she was caught in this tragic incident. The aftermath of this explosion left her looking withered and worn. Her hands and feet were completely worn away, and her face was full of broken glass. Some of the workers think there must have been a problem with the power supply. Too much power was sent to the ball and caused a major malfunction. Regardless of the reason, Mystic Molly had to be stored away for safekeeping. The Fortune Ferret attraction was temporarily shut down until Molly would be repaired. This would take some time since the damage was quite severe, and the electronics that supply power to the crystal ball were completely fried. The technician believes that this happened whilst the crystal ball was scanning for frequencies. It must have picked up a specific frequency that caused it to malfunction. But the real concern was Mystic Molly's condition. She was quite upset that this happened to her and her crystal ball, and if she ever found out who was responsible, she would be furious. But as for now, we return back to the new night guard. They've returned for their second shift and have no idea what's in store for them. They start off their night in the security tent. They take a peek at the cameras and all appears to be fine. This time around, they can't see any notes from the mysterious worker. It seems that maybe this time they haven't got any new info to share, but what is new is the job they need to complete by the end of their shift. The night guard has to walk around and collect multiple shards of the crystal ball that are scattered around the circus. This glass isn't just any ordinary glass, it was quite expensive and needs to be collected. The majority of the shards are stuck in Molly's face, but they've been accounted for already. So without any more delay, the night guard starts their shift. So piece by piece they start collecting the shattered glass, and they can't help but feel that someone is watching them. And moments later, they'd be correct. It was Mystic Molly. The sight of the night guard holding all the shards of glass made her suspect they were to blame. So it didn't take long for her to start stalking them and getting ready to attack. So whenever the night guard encounters Molly, they would need to double back around to the fortune ferret den. It was here where they could quickly turn on the broken crystal ball and shock Molly. This would shock her for a little while the night guard could get away. They would need to continue collecting the shards of glass around the circus, and once they got them all, then they can store them in the security tent. While here they can keep an eye on Molly through the monitors and plan their escape movements accordingly. They couldn't just stay in the security tent, mainly because the animatronics wouldn't have much trouble tearing through the material walls. So the night guard would just need to keep moving and dodging Mystic Molly, because if they didn't, then a deadly jump scare would be foreseen in their future. So I think that Mystic Molly would be a great addition to the new roster of characters. I think that a Mystic Fortune Teller would fit right in at the new Fall Fest Circus. She would definitely add a lot of mystery and intrigue, that's for sure. Especially with her mysterious incident that happened with the crystal ball. As of yet, it remains a mystery, but I'm sure all will be revealed as we uncover more of this strange story. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, do be sure to comment down below what you thought of Mystic Molly and what you'd like to see going forward. As always, we just wanted to say thank you all for watching and supporting today's video. We're so glad that you're all enjoying the second part of our Fall Fest story arc, and we definitely can't wait to share more of the creepy stories with you all in the future. And lastly, we'd just like to thank our Gamerjoob members for supporting the channel. All of our awesome members are greatly appreciated. If you'd like to be a Gamerjoob member, then do be sure to click the join button or the link down below. You get some pretty awesome perks like custom emojis and guaranteed suggestions on our live streams. But as always, you don't need to be a member to enjoy our content. It's only if you're able to and want to support us that extra mile. But alrighty everyone, until our next Five Nights at Freddy's character concept video, I'll catch you later. Bye.